First contact, Earth's last hope. The relentless sun beat down on the cracked earth, baking what little moisture remained from the parched soil. Dr. Elara Chen wiped the sweat from her brow, squinting against the glare as she surveyed the desolate landscape before her. Once this had been a thriving agricultural region. Now it was little more than a wasteland. "Any luck with the soil samples?" a gruff voice called out behind her. Elara turned to face Colonel Marcus Harding, the military liaison assigned to her research team. His weathered face was etched with lines of worry and fatigue, a common sight these days. "Nothing promising," Elara replied, her voice heavy with disappointment. "The toxicity levels are still too high for any meaningful crop growth. At this rate, we'll be lucky if we can sustain the remaining population for another year." Marcus nodded grimly. "The brass won't like hearing that. They're running out of ways to keep people calm. Food riots are breaking out in what's left of the cities." Elara's hand clenched around her tablet. It wasn't fair. Humanity had made such strides in technology, in understanding their world. But in the end, they couldn't outrun the consequences of centuries of environmental neglect. Climate change, pollution, and resource depletion had pushed Earth to the brink. Now, with a population barely a tenth of what it had been at its peak, humanity was facing extinction. "We need a miracle, Marcus," Elara murmured, her eyes scanning the horizon. "And I'm fresh out of those." As if in answer to her desperate plea, the sky suddenly lit up with an otherworldly glow. Elara and Marcus shielded their eyes, mouths agape as a massive object descended through the atmosphere. Its surface shimmered with an iridescent light, defying any known laws of physics. "Is that?" Marcus began, his hand instinctively moving to the sidedome at his hip. "It's not one of ours," Elara finished, her heart racing. "Colonel, I think we just made first contact." The alien ship, for there was no doubt that's what it was, touched down with impossible grace, barely disturbing the dust around it. A hush fell over the small research outpost as everyone watched, frozen in a mix of awe and terror. With a soft hiss, a section of the ship's hull seemed to melt away, revealing a figure silhouetted against a warm, pulsing light from within. As the being stepped forward, Elara felt her breath catch in her throat. The alien was humanoid in shape, but that's where the similarities ended. Its skin was a deep, shimmering blue that seemed to ripple with an inner light. Instead of hair, a crown of delicate, crystalline structures adorned its head. But it was the eyes that truly captivated Elara, large, almond-shaped, and filled with swirling galaxies of silver. "Greetings, people of Earth," the alien spoke, its voice melodious and androgynous. "I am Zara, emissary of the Galactic Conclave. We have come in your hour of need." Marcus tensed beside Elara, his military training kicking in. "And what exactly do you want in return?" he demanded, voice gruff with suspicion. Zara's lips curved into a smile that was both alien and strangely comforting. "A partnership, Colonel Harding. A chance to save not just your world, but to unlock the true potential of your species." Elara stepped forward, her scientific curiosity overriding her initial shock. "How do you know his name? Have you been observing us?" "Indeed, Dr. Chen," Zara replied, turning those mesmerizing eyes on her. "We have watched your struggles from afar, debating whether to intervene. Your resilience, your unwavering spirit in the face of insurmountable odds, it has moved us to action." "So you're here to, what, fix our planet?" Marcus asked, skepticism evident in his tone. Zara's expression turned serious. "If only it were that simple. The damage done to your world is extensive, beyond even our considerable abilities to fully repair. But we offer something perhaps even more valuable, a way for humanity to adapt, to evolve beyond the constraints of your current forms." Elara's mind raced with the implications. "You're talking about genetic engineering? On a species-wide scale?" "In a manner of speaking," Zara confirmed. "Though our methods go far beyond what your science has achieved. We propose a merger of sorts, a blending of human and alien DNA to create a new hybrid species capable of thriving in this changed world. Marcus scoffed. You expect us to just agree to let you tinker with our very essence, to stop being human? Zara's gaze softened. I understand your hesitation, Colonel, but consider the alternative. Your people are dying. Your world can no longer sustain you as you are. We offer a chance at survival, at a future filled with possibilities you can scarcely imagine. Ilara felt a shiver run down her spine. The rational, scientific part of her mind was fascinated by the prospect, eager to learn more. But another part, the part that clung to her humanity, recoiled at the idea. Why us? She asked, voice barely above a whisper. Out of all the species in the galaxy, why come to Earth's aid? Zara's smile returned, tinged with an emotion Ilara couldn't quite place. Because, Dr. Chen, humanity has something rare and precious, a spark of potential that burns brighter than any we've encountered. Your adaptability, your creativity, your sheer determination to survive against all odds, these are traits the galaxy desperately needs. The alien emissary spread its arms wide, encompassing the desolate landscape around them. This is but one world, one that you've outgrown. Join us, and the stars themselves will be your new home. As if on cue, the sky above them shimmered, the veil of Earth's polluted atmosphere seeming to part. For a breathtaking moment, Ilara could see the vast expanse of space in all its glory, countless stars, swirling nebulae, and the promise of worlds beyond imagining. The choice, of course, is yours, Zara continued, its voice gentle but filled with quiet urgency. But know that time is not on your side. We can begin the process of saving your species immediately, but only if you are willing to embrace change. Marcus looked to Ilara, his earlier bravado replaced by uncertainty. Doc, what do you think? Can we trust them? Ilara took a deep breath, her mind whirling with possibilities and dangers. This was arguably the most important decision in human history, and somehow it had fallen to them to make it. I think, she said slowly, choosing her words with care, that we need to learn more. But I also think we'd be fools to dismiss this offer out of hand, if there's even a chance they can save us. She trailed off, the weight of responsibility settling heavily on her shoulders. Zara watched them patiently, those silver eyes unreadable. Very well, Marcus said at last, squaring his shoulders. We'll hear you out. But I warn you, if this is some kind of trick, if you mean humanity harm, we'll fight you with everything we've got left. Zara inclined its head in acknowledgement. I would expect nothing less, Colonel. Your species' fighting spirit is one of the things we admire most. Now, shall we begin? There is much to discuss, and the future of humanity hangs in the balance. As they followed Zara towards the alien ship, Ilara couldn't shake the feeling that they were stepping into a new chapter of human history. Whether it would be a glorious rebirth or the final footnote in their species' story remained to be seen. The fate of humanity now rested in their hands and in the mysterious promises of the stars. The alien proposition, a deal with the stars. The interior of the alien vessel was a marvel of bioorganic technology, pulsing with an inner light that seemed almost alive. Dr. Ilara Chen ran her hand along the wall, feeling it warm and respond to her touch. Beside her, Colonel Marcus Harding tensed, his military instincts on high alert. Easy, Marcus, Ilara murmured. Let's hear them out before we start planning a resistance. Zara led them to a chamber that defied human architecture. The room seemed to shift and breathe, holographic displays flickering to life around them. Welcome to the Nexus, the alien emissary said, gesturing to a central platform. Here, we will show you the true scope of our proposal. As they stepped onto the platform, the room dissolved into a sea of stars. Ilara gasped, feeling as if she were floating in space itself. Galaxies swirled around them, each teeming with countless worlds. Behold, the galactic conclave, Zara intoned, its voice resonating through the cosmic display. Alien civilizations beyond imagination appeared before them, beings of pure energy, silicon-based lifeforms, and creatures that defied categorization. Holy shit, Marcus breathed, his usual gruffness replaced by awe. Humanity stands at a crossroads, Zara continued. Your planet is dying, but your potential is limitless. We offer you a chance to join us among the stars, to become something greater than you ever imagined. Ilara's scientific mind raced with questions. How exactly would this evolution work? What would we become? Zara's form shimmered, transforming into a representation of human DNA. We propose a symbiotic merger. Our advanced biotechnology would integrate with your genetic code, enhancing your natural abilities and granting you new ones. The holographic DNA twisted and changed, incorporating alien sequences. Ilara watched, fascinated, as the simulation showed human figures transforming, gaining enhanced strength, regenerative abilities, and even powers that seemed like magic. "You turn us into superhumans," Marcus said, a mix of fear and excitement in his voice. In a sense, Zara agreed. But more than that, we'd be opening the door to true cosmic citizenship. Imagine being able to survive in the vacuum of space, to communicate telepathically across vast distances, to manipulate the very fabric of reality. The display shifted again, showing transformed humans exploring alien worlds, building impossible structures, and unlocking the secrets of the universe. "And what's the catch?" Ilara asked, her scientific skepticism kicking in. "Surely you're not offering this out of pure altruism." Zara's expression turned solemn. "Perceptive, Dr. Chen. The universe is vast, but it is not without dangers. The Conclave faces threats that could unravel the very fabric of reality. We believe humanity's unique adaptability and indomitable spirit could be the key to our mutual survival." The holographic display darkened, showing ominous shadows creeping between the stars. There are forces out there, ancient and terrible, that seek to unmake creation itself. We need allies who can think outside the boundaries of conventional wisdom, who can face impossible odds and emerge victorious. Marcus stepped forward, his military mind assessing the strategic implications. "So we'd be your soldiers, fighting wars across the cosmos." "Not merely soldiers, Colonel," Zara corrected. "Explorers, diplomats, scientists, artists. Humanity would bring its full spectrum of talents to bear. Your species has a remarkable ability to innovate, to find solutions where others see only obstacles." Ilara's mind whirled with the possibilities. "But what about Earth? You said you couldn't fully repair the damage." Zara nodded, the display shifting to show their ravaged homeworld. "True restoration is beyond our abilities. However, with the enhancements we offer, a portion of humanity could remain, adapting to thrive in the changed environment. Earth would become a testament to your species' resilience, a cradle from which a new chapter of human history would emerge." The implications were staggering. Ilara tried to imagine explaining this to the remnants of humanity, the promise of godlike powers and cosmic adventure, balanced against the loss of their original human form. "How many?" Marcus asked, his voice tight. "How many humans would you upgrade?" Zora's eyes shimmered with compassion. "We have the capacity to enhance every surviving human who chooses to accept our offer. But we understand the magnitude of this decision. Perhaps a demonstration would be in order." The alien turned to Ilara, those silver eyes seeming to peer into her very soul. "Dr. Chen, would you be willing to undergo the first stage of the transformation, to show your people firsthand the potential we offer?" Ilara felt her heart race. The scientist in her longed to experience this new frontier of evolution firsthand, but the human in her recoiled at the idea of changing so fundamentally. Marcus placed a hand on her shoulder. "You don't have to do this, Doc. We can find another way." Ilara took a deep breath, weighing the fate of humanity against her own fears. "If I do this," she said slowly, "I want your word that it can be reversed. That any human who undergoes this process has the option to change back." Zara inclined its head. "A reasonable request. The first stage of transformation is indeed reversible. Only with continued exposure to our technology does the change become permanent. Ilara squared her shoulders, decision made. Then I volunteer. For the sake of humanity's future, I'll be your guinea pig. Zora's lips curved in a smile that was both alien and reassuring. Your courage does your species credit, Dr. Chen. Prepare yourself, you are about to take humanity's first step into a larger universe. As a shimmering field of energy began to coalesce around her, Ilara locked eyes with Marcus. If this goes wrong, she said, her voice steady despite her racing heart, make sure humanity knows the truth. Whatever happens, our story needs to be told. Marcus nodded, his expression a mixture of awe and concern. Good luck, Doc. See you on the other side. The energy field intensified, and Ilara felt herself being lifted off the ground. Every nerve in her body sang with an alien resonance, her very atoms seeming to dance to a new cosmic symphony. As the transformation began in earnest, Ilara's last human thought was a fervent hope that whatever she became, it would be enough to secure humanity's future among the stars. The chamber filled with blinding light, and humanity's evolution took its first irrevocable step: integration and transformation, becoming more than human. The blinding light faded, leaving the chamber in an eerie silence. Colonel Marcus Harding blinked rapidly, trying to clear the afterimages from his vision. Where Dr. Ilara Chen had stood moments before, a cocoon of shimmering energy pulsed with otherworldly power. What's happening to her? Marcus demanded, his hand instinctively reaching for the weapon he'd been forced to leave behind. Zora's silvery eyes never left the energy cocoon. Dr. Chen is undergoing the first stage of integration. Her human DNA is being rewritten, enhanced with the collective knowledge and abilities of 1,000 alien races. As if on cue, the cocoon began to crack, tendrils of light spilling out. Marcus held his breath, unsure whether to hope or fear what would emerge. The energy dissipated in a burst of cosmic radiance, revealing a figure that was both familiar and utterly alien. Ilara stood before them, but she was transformed. Her skin shimmered with a faint blue luminescence, patterns of starlight dancing beneath the surface. Her eyes, once a warm brown, now swirled with the same galactic depth as Zora's. Ilara. Marcus whispered, taking a hesitant step forward. Are you still you? Ilara turned to face him, a smile of wonder spreading across her face. When she spoke, her voice resonated with harmonics that sent shivers down Marcus's spine. Marcus, it's incredible, she breathed, examining her transformed hands. I can feel the cosmos itself pulsing through my veins. The knowledge, the power, it's beyond anything I could have imagined. Zora nodded, a look of satisfaction on its alien features. The integration was successful. Dr. Chen now stands as a bridge between humanity and the greater galactic community. Marcus watched in awe as Ilara levitated off the ground, her body surrounded by a faint aura of cosmic energy. How do you feel? He asked, a mix of concern and fascination in his voice. Ilara's laughter was like the chiming of crystal bells. I feel alive, Marcus, truly, completely alive for the first time. She raised her hand, and a miniature galaxy swirled to life above her palm. The secrets of the universe, I can see them, touch them, understand them in ways I never thought possible. Zora stepped forward, its own form shimmering with renewed energy. This is but a fraction of what we offer humanity, Colonel Harding. Imagine your entire species elevated to this level of existence and beyond. Marcus's mind reeled with the implications. The military strategist in him saw the tactical advantages, soldiers with superhuman abilities, the power to reshape reality itself. But the human in him quailed at the thought of such fundamental change. Ilara, he said, his voice tight with emotion, are you still human? Do you still feel like yourself? Ilara's transformed eyes met his, filled with compassion and something far deeper, an ancient wisdom that hadn't been there before. I'm still me, Marcus, but I'm also so much more. I can see the threads that connect all living things, the grand tapestry of existence. She floated down to stand before him, taking his hands in hers. Marcus gasped at the touch. It was like making contact with a living star, warm and pulsing with unimaginable power. Humanity has always dreamed of touching the divine, Ilara said softly. This is our chance to become something greater than we ever imagined. Zora's voice cut through the moment. The offer stands for all of humanity, Colonel, but we understand the magnitude of this decision. Perhaps a demonstration of Dr. Chen's new abilities would help ease your concerns. Marcus nodded, still struggling to process the transformation he'd witnessed. Show me, he said gruffly. Show me what humanity could become. What followed was a display of power that defied comprehension. Ilara manipulated matter and energy with a thought, creating and destroying on a subatomic level. She peered through time itself, glimpsing possible futures and long-forgotten pasts. But it was when she turned her newfound abilities to Earth's problems that Marcus truly understood the potential of what they'd been offered. With a wave of her hand, Ilara created a holographic representation of their dying planet. As Marcus watched in awe, she began to manipulate the simulation, drawing upon the vast cosmic knowledge now at her fingertips. Look, she said, her voice thrumming with excitement. With these abilities, we could begin to heal our world, reverse the worst of the damage, create new ecosystems that thrive in the changed environment. The holographic Earth transformed before their eyes, barren wastelands blooming with alien-enhanced life, polluted seas clearing to reveal vibrant new forms of marine biology. And that's not all, Ilara continued, her eyes blazing with possibilities. We could terraform Mars, Venus, create whole new worlds for humanity to inhabit. The solar system itself could become our playground. Marcus felt a surge of hope he hadn't experienced in years. You really think we could save Earth? Give humanity a real future? Zora stepped forward, its alien features solemn. The power is within your grasp, Colonel, but it comes with great responsibility. The cosmos is vast and often hostile. If humanity accepts our offer, you would be joining an ages-old struggle against forces that seek to unravel the very fabric of reality. The chamber darkened, and Marcus felt a chill run down his spine as shadowy forms flickered at the edge of his vision. Ilara's expression grew serious, her newfound cosmic awareness clearly sensing things beyond human perception. There are ancient evils out there, she said softly, beings of unimaginable power that feed on suffering and chaos. The galactic conclave has held them at bay for eons, but the balance is shifting. Zora nodded gravely. We believe humanity's unique spirit, your adaptability, your determination, your capacity for both creation and destruction, may be the key to turning the tide. Marcus's mind raced with the implications. Humanity on the brink of extinction now offered a chance to become cosmic defenders, wielding the power of gods to safeguard existence itself. If we refuse, he asked, already suspecting the answer. Ilara's transformed eyes met his, filled with a mixture of compassion and cosmic understanding. Then humanity's story likely ends here, Marcus. Earth will die, and with it, all the potential we represent. The weight of the decision pressed down on Marcus like a physical force. He thought of the struggling remnants of humanity, fighting for survival in a world that could no longer sustain them. He thought of the countless generations that had dreamed of touching the stars. We'll need to present this to what's left of Earth's leadership, he said at last. I can't make this decision for all of humanity. Zora inclined its head in agreement. Of course, but time is of the essence, Colonel. The forces that threaten the cosmos are ever moving, and Earth's decline accelerates with each passing day. Ilara reached out, taking Marcus's hand in hers once more. The touch sent a jolt of cosmic energy through him, a tantalizing glimpse of the power being offered. We stand at a crossroads, Marcus, she said, her voice resonating with the harmony of 1,000 alien worlds. The end of humanity as we know it, but perhaps the beginning of something far greater. As the alien ship prepared to return them to Earth, Marcus felt the weight of history on his shoulders. They were about to offer humanity a choice that would irrevocably change the course of their species. Godhood or extinction, evolution or annihilation, the power to shape reality itself in exchange for leaving behind the limitations of their human forms. As they stepped out onto Earth's ravaged surface, the stars seemed to shine brighter overhead. Somewhere out there, cosmic wonders and terrors beyond imagination awaited. Humanity's greatest challenge, and perhaps its greatest adventure, was about to begin. Rebellion and betrayal, the cost of evolution. The global broadcast crackled to life, reaching every surviving human settlement across the ravaged Earth. Colonel Marcus Harding stood before the cameras, his weathered face grim with the weight of his words. Beside him, Dr. Elara Chen's transformed visage shimmered with otherworldly energy, a living testament to the choice humanity now faced. "People of Earth," Marcus began, his voice steady despite the turmoil in his heart, "today, we stand at the precipice of the most monumental decision in human history. We are not alone in the universe, and we have been offered a chance at salvation, but at a cost many may find too high." As Marcus outlined the alien proposal, reactions across the globe ranged from awe to terror. Riots broke out in some sectors, while others fell to their knees in religious fervor. The prospect of evolving beyond humanity, of wielding cosmic power, sparked both hope and primal fear. Elara stepped forward, her eyes swirling with galactic depth. "I stand before you as proof of what we could become," she said, her voice resonating with harmonics that sent shivers through all who heard it. "The knowledge, the power, it's beyond anything we could have imagined. We could heal our world, explore the cosmos, defend existence itself against unimaginable threats." But even as she spoke, dissent was growing. General Viktor Volkov, leader of the Eastern Coalition, stood up in the Emergency World Council. "This is madness," he roared, slamming his fist on the table. "You would have us give up our very humanity, become pawns in some cosmic game." His words struck a chord with many. Humanity, for all its flaws, had fought tooth and nail to survive the environmental apocalypse. The idea of surrendering their essential nature, even for godlike power, was abhorrent to some. As the debate raged, a more insidious plot was unfolding in the shadows. Dr. Alessandra Diaz, once Elara's colleague and friend, now looked at her transformed companion with a mixture of envy and disgust. In secret meetings with like-minded individuals, she began to formulate a plan. "They're asking us to become monsters," Alessandra hissed to her conspirators. "But what if we could harness this alien technology on our own terms? Keep our humanity intact while still gaining the power to reshape our world." The idea spread like wildfire among those unwilling to accept the alien bargain, but desperate for a solution to Earth's plight. As Marcus and Elara worked to convince humanity of the benefits of transformation, Alessandra's faction plotted to steal the alien technology and adapt it for their own purposes. Weeks passed, tensions rising with each day. The alien ship hovered above the planet, a constant reminder of the choice that hung in the balance. Zara and its fellow emissaries watched with growing concern as humanity struggled with its decision. Then, on a night when the stars seemed to burn with unusual intensity, Alessandra's group made their move. Using stolen access codes and experimental cloaking technology, they infiltrated the alien vessel. Their goal: to seize control of the transformation process and remake humanity in their own image. The alarms blared, shattering the uneasy peace. Marcus and Elara rushed to confront the rebels, their worst fears realized. As they entered the ship's central chamber, they found Alessandra interfacing with the alien technology, her eyes wild with manic glee. "You fools," she snarled, her body already beginning to twist and change as she forced an unstable version of the transformation. "Humanity doesn't need to lose itself to evolve. We'll take this power and remain true to our nature." Elara stepped forward, cosmic energy crackling around her. "Alessandra, stop. You don't understand the forces you're meddling with. This isn't just about gaining power, it's about becoming part of something greater than ourselves." But Alessandra was beyond reason. The unstable energies surged through her, warping her form into something that was neither human nor truly alien. Other rebels underwent similar twisted transformations, their screams of agony and ecstasy filling the chamber. Marcus, still fully human, felt helpless in the face of such power, but he knew he had to act. Drawing his sidearm, he took aim at the central console Alessandra was connected to. "I'm sorry, old friend," he muttered and fired. The shot rang out, sparks flying as the bullet struck home. The alien systems went haywire, energy discharges lashing out wildly. Alessandra howled in rage and pain as her connection was severed, her half-transformed body spasming. In the chaos that followed, Ilara's cosmic powers clashed with the twisted abilities of the rebels. It was a battle beyond human comprehension. Reality itself seemed to warp and bend under the strain of their conflict. Zara and the other alien emissaries finally arrived, their advanced technology working to contain the damage. But the cost was high. Several of the rebels were dead, their bodies burned out by the energies they had tried to control. Others were trapped in grotesque, partial transformations, neither fully human nor successfully evolved. As the dust settled, Marcus surveyed the scene with a heavy heart. The rebel attack had not only endangered the alien offer, but had also deepened the divisions among humanity. Trust, already in short supply, had been shattered. Ilara approached him, her transformed features etched with sorrow. "This changes everything, doesn't it?" she asked softly. Marcus nodded grimly. "We can't pretend this is just a simple choice anymore. Not everyone is ready for this kind of evolution. And some," he glanced at Alessandra's unconscious form, "some would abuse it in the worst ways possible." Zara joined them, its silver eyes filled with a mixture of compassion and concern. "The path forward has become treacherous," the alien emissary said. "But the offer still stands. Humanity's potential remains vast, despite this setback." As they stood there, surrounded by the aftermath of the failed rebellion, a new realization dawned. The choice facing humanity was no longer simply whether to evolve or not. Now they had to grapple with deeper questions. Who gets to evolve? Who decides? And how can they ensure that the power to reshape reality doesn't fall into the wrong hands? The stars continued to shine overhead, indifferent to the struggles of the species below. But in the wake of betrayal and cosmic conflict, humanity's future hung in the balance more precariously than ever before. The evolution of their species, it seemed, would be neither simple nor painless. The true test of humanity's worth was just beginning. Humanity's stand, forging a new future. The aftermath of the failed rebellion sent shockwaves through what remained of human civilization. News of the twisted transformations and the cosmic battle aboard the alien ships spread like wildfire, fueling both fear and fascination. Humanity stood at a crossroads, teetering between evolution and extinction, with the fate of not just Earth, but the entire cosmos hanging in the balance. Colonel Marcus Harding stood before the Emergency World Council, his face etched with the weight of recent events. The chamber buzzed with tension, holographic displays showing the devastation wrought by the rebel attack. "Ladies and gentlemen," Marcus began, his voice cutting through the murmurs, "we face a decision that will define not just the future of our species, but our very essence. The alien offer remains on the table, but recent events have shown us the dangers of rushing headlong into cosmic evolution." Dr. Ilara Chen, her transformed form shimmering with barely contained power, stepped forward. "What happened to Alessandra and her followers was a tragedy," she said, her voice resonating with otherworldly harmonics. "But it also demonstrated the incredible potential within each of us. With proper guidance and preparation, we could become something truly extraordinary." The council erupted into heated debate. Some argued for accepting the alien offer immediately, seeing it as humanity's only hope for survival. Others advocated for caution, fearing the loss of their human identity. Still others pushed for attempting to replicate the alien technology on their own terms, despite the disastrous results of the rebellion. As the arguments raged, a new voice cut through the chaos. Dr. Zara, the alien emissary, materialized in the center of the chamber, its silver eyes scanning the assembled leaders. "Your species stands at the threshold of a cosmic awakening," Zara intoned, its voice filled with both wisdom and urgency. "But the path you choose must be your own. We offer evolution, not subjugation. The power to reshape reality comes with great responsibility." A hush fell over the room as Zara's words sank in. Marcus exchanged a glance with Ilara, seeing his own conflicted feelings mirrored in her transformed eyes. "Perhaps," Marcus said slowly, a new idea taking shape, "we've been looking at this the wrong way. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. What if we found a middle ground?" Ilara's eyes widened with understanding. "A gradual evolution," she breathed. "A way to ease humanity into its cosmic potential without losing touch with our roots." The concept took hold, sparking intense discussion among the world leaders. Over the next few hours, a plan began to emerge, one that would change the course of human history. The Cosmic Renaissance Initiative, they called it, a program that would allow volunteers to undergo a staged transformation, slowly adapting to their new abilities while maintaining their human consciousness. Earth itself would become a proving ground, a place where evolved humans could work alongside their unchanged brethren to heal the planet and prepare for the challenges that lay ahead in the cosmos. As the details were hammered out, Marcus felt a glimmer of hope he hadn't experienced in years. This wasn't just about survival anymore, it was about forging a new destiny for humanity among the stars. The plan was put to a global vote, with every surviving human given a voice in this monumental decision. The debates were fierce, the stakes unimaginably high. But in the end, faced with extinction on one hand and the promise of cosmic evolution on the other, humanity made its choice. The day of the first mass transformation dawned bright and clear. Volunteers from around the world gathered at designated sites, their faces a mix of excitement and trepidation. Marcus stood at the primary facility, overseeing the proceedings with a combination of military precision and parental concern. Ilara, now fully embracing her role as a bridge between human and cosmic, prepared to guide the first wave through their metamorphosis. "Remember," she addressed the volunteers, her voice carrying to all sites globally, "this is not the end of humanity, but its rebirth. We carry with us the hopes, dreams, and indomitable spirit of our entire species." As the transformation chambers hummed to life, suffused with the alien energy that would rewrite human DNA, Marcus felt a tap on his shoulder. He turned to find Zara standing beside him, those alien eyes unreadable. "You've chosen a unique path, Colonel," the emissary said. "One that honors both your past and your potential future. The cosmos watches with great interest." Marcus nodded, his throat tight with emotion. "We're not ready to leave our humanity behind entirely," he said, "but we're also not willing to fade away into cosmic irrelevance. This is our stand, as humans reaching for the stars." The first transformations were a success. Newly evolved humans emerged, their forms shimmering with cosmic power, but their eyes still alight with human passion and determination. They turned their newfound abilities to the monumental task of healing Earth, working alongside their unchanged brethren in a symphony of human ingenuity and cosmic power. As the years passed, Earth began to flourish once more. Barren wastelands bloomed with hybridized plant life, capable of thriving in the altered climate. The oceans, once choked with pollution, teemed with new forms of marine life. Humanity's numbers grew, a mix of evolved and traditional humans working together to build a society that bridged the gap between earthly concerns and cosmic wonders. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. The forces Zara had warned about, ancient, malevolent entities that sought to unravel the fabric of reality, began to take notice of humanity's ascension. The first skirmishes of a cosmic war spilled into the solar system, testing the mettle of Earth's evolved defenders. On a cliff overlooking a restored coastline, Marcus, now in the twilight of his years, but still sharp as ever, stood with Ilara and Zara. They watched as a group of children played on the beach below, some displaying flickers of cosmic power while others laughed with pure human joy. We've come so far, Marcus mused, and yet our greatest challenges still lie ahead. Elara nodded, her transformed features softened by a very human smile. But we face them together, as humans, as cosmic beings, as defenders of all we hold dear. Zora's silver eyes gleamed with something that might have been pride. You've proven yourselves worthy inheritors of the cosmos, the alien said. Your journey is far from over, but you no longer walk it alone. As the sun set on this new Earth, painting the sky in hues no human eye could have seen a generation ago, Marcus felt a profound sense of hope. Humanity had not only survived, but had found a way to thrive, to evolve, without losing the essence of what made them human. The stars beckoned, filled with wonders and terrors beyond imagination. But humanity, in all its newfound diversity, stood ready to meet the challenge. They were no longer just inhabitants of a single fragile world, but guardians of life itself, their indomitable spirit now backed by the power of the cosmos. The next chapter of human history was about to unfold, and it would be written across the stars.